Hello, welcome to the new Let's Play Pokemon Stadium. And this isn't your father's Pokemon Stadium, it's your grandfather's. That's right. I have an N64 controller, and a game pack and Pokemon Blue. So what we're gonna do for this project, we're going into this game's native. We're gonna basically split this up into two things here, like doing the stadium and gym leader challenges, and also doing the native emulation at Game Boy Tower. And we're gonna build our teams from scratch. No rentals. We want to make our own team of badasses. So, let's do this. Heading into Game Boy Tower. And we're gonna have to go through the entire intro because of the way this is set up. As you can see, it's still loading the data into the Game Boy Tower. And pressing starts is not working. Just to let you, we'll probably have to deal with this throughout the whole project, but don't really care too much. And there was also a way to just like get out of the whole emulation. So let's just begin, shall we? Okay, so what are the buttons here? Start and select. Okay, L is select. Got it. Just wanted to know. And new game. Hello, welcome to the world of Pokemon. So yeah, it's been a year since I played even this copy of Pokemon Blue. So let's get ready for all sorts of jank. Thanks for showing us Nidorino. And that is actually one of the Pokemon we're actually gonna go for. I think I should probably change the text speed because this normal thing is kind of murder on me here. Whatever, let's just call ourselves something like Dangle or something. In fact, Dangle it is. I don't care about lowercase right now. And here's grandson, yeah, there we are. Let's see here. Let's make Ash the asshole now. Alright, let's begin. Okay, let's first start up by just grabbing the free potion in the PC. And that's good to hear, and hey Ma! Right, all boys that leave home someday. Yep, 10 is apparently the ideal age, so yeah. So to make sure we know our goals for right now, the first level range we're looking for is 15 to 20, but we're gonna have to make sure that we have combinations that don't go over 50, because that is the those are the stipulations for the Pika Cup, the first challenge we're gonna go for. Alright, so I'm trying to think of what's the best one to start with. Charmander is not gonna really be much of a help for the early game. I'm thinking Squirtle. Alright, so I should really change the this text speed. Alright, so I wonder what happened to all of his other Pokemon. Alright. Option. I don't know who put it on medium. Probably was the last person who used this on the Game Boy that now is filled with forbidden sugar. And this isn't gonna be a Nuzlocke. This is gonna. Okay, so this Bulbasaur, no, not what we need. That's Charmander, nope. It's Squirtle is what we need. Has a pretty good move pool. Yeah, let's give him a nickname so we could have his name carved into the annals of this cartridge. Let's screw it. His name is Oogway. I don't remember if this is how it's spelled, but that's how I'm spelling it now. Alright, Oogway, it's time to show us what you can do! Man, the screen is really stretched out, I just noticed. At least it is on my screen, because holy crap. Alright, Oogway. Let's see your stats. Alright. Pretty decent across the board. That makes sense that if... Oh, there goes our attacking. Alright, it doesn't really matter if we win or lose. Oh, we're speed tied. Two crits. Good job, Oogway. Yeah, keep on doing that, Bulbasaur. You're not gonna take down Oogway. Okay, why did are we not speed tied? Yeah, we do seem to be speed tied. All right. We suddenly stopped being speed tied again. There we are! Oogway wins! Yeah, good defense. Pretty even on a special and attack. Yeah, every single one of the starters are specials. Pokemon, like, basically anything that is not an evolution or psychic is special in these games. Alright, smell you later. Guess he should take a bath. Alright. Yeah, and it's gonna be a kind of a pain while not having any sort of way to make things go fast for the time being. Hey, can you give us a map? Okay, I guess not. I guess we do that after we get the ability to catch Pokemon. Alright, thanks for the heal. So let's just, like, do a quick trip to Viridian City, and then we can start the adventure in earnest. Supporting the entire controller in one hand and my hand just doesn't like it right now. Oh, good job, Oogway. Yeah, it's like so weird to have like different damage sound effects right now. Just that sound effect now indicates that it's not very effective, but here it's just like normal effective. It's so weird going back, you know, to Pokemon's past like this. And they changed it in the next one here. Okay, heal your Pokemon back to perfect health. And I think they also say their Pokemon are fighting fit in this. Yep, fighting fit. This again, it's so wild to see how the series just changes, like even between the generations. I think they don't say fighting fit in Generation 2 anymore. So yeah, like, Squirtle actually has kind of like a special place in my heart. He was when I first played the series in Pokemon Red, he was my first starter. And yeah, I can't exactly buy Pokeballs just yet, but you give us a free potion. I forgot to get. So we have 2 free potions. And as the stadium stadium side of the game in the just after the title screen indicates, in order to bring Pokemon from this game into Stadium, we need to save at a Pokemon Center. So for every session in which we do actually go to you go into the simulator, we need to save at Pokemon Centers. Don't know exactly why the Pokemon Center was absolutely necessary, but I guess it was something they couldn't get around it. But what are you gonna do? He just kind of waltzes right in, and he didn't even walk past it. He just appeared in front of that shelving unit. Alright, now we got our Pokédex. Now we can finally grab Pokeballs and get some Pokemon. Got a couple of ones I have in mind for this early portion of the game. So we're gonna have to grab quite a few Pokemon and raise them up. It's gonna be hard to do it in the beginning because we're gonna have. Oh yeah, town map. That's what I wanted to get from. I think this is Daisy. Yeah, this. So yeah, let's just get back to Viridian City and buy some Pokeballs so we can actually start this project in earnest. Alright, just one little patch. There we are. Now let's grab a few Pokeballs. I think at these low levels we could just toss balls at them because but who really? I don't really know because this first gen is just so janky when it comes to catching mechanics. All right, so grab a few of those, maybe some antidotes, because we're going to be going through Weedle territory. We gotta... Yeah, let's grab a... Oh, you don't sell potions? Okay, that's weird. They sell everything else but potions. Alright. There's a couple of Pokemon over here that I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to somehow avoid going up because that's another rival battle. Alright. So what are we getting here? What do we get? What do we get? Not what I'm looking for, a Nidoran female. I'm looking for a Nidoran male. But I will say yes to experience. This Nidoran female looks kind of like a weird guinea pig. Yeah, the crit wasn't necessary there, Uruguay. Should you be getting close to learning Bubble, too? Get away, Rattata, don't need ya! This is, keep on doing this here, just zigzagging until... Nope. Are they here? Let me just look it up. Okay. Red, blue, yellow. What's 20? I think it's Route 22. Yep, this is Route 22. Okay, red, blue, yellow. Okay, so this is so yeah, we got a couple of Pokemon we're looking for here. Ones that we're looking for Spearow and Nidoran female. They're Nidoran male rather. The Nidoran males get like a 5% chance, and Spearow is 10%. So we're gonna be running into a bunch of rats until then. I'll see you until I'll see you when we first run into one of those two guys. There is actually another... There is actually a way to speed up this emulator, but that actually involves having to play the different stadiums. I think you have to beat round 1 of Gem Leader Castle to turn it to like to give it Doduo mode, and you have to do it again for round 2 for Dodrio mode. So yeah, so at this point we're gonna be suffering through the regular speed Game Boy Tower. There we are, Spearow, our first one. Level 5. Pretty decent. Let's see what just tossing a Pokeball does for us. Wouldn't be surprised if it breaks out. Yep, there it is. Yeah, thanks. That's only gonna help us catch you more easily. Besides, you're kind of a frail bird. So we might need to, consider using one of our 2 potions. But no, not needed. We got our Spearow. So we got our attacker through Viridian Forest. Yes. The battle music goes throughout here. Ah. Screw it, I'm calling him Iago. And okay, so next one, Nidoran male, 5% chance. Wrong species. Okay. Map 3. Come on, it's a roll of a d20. It's not that rare. It wasn't even I don't think it was even 10 encounters before we got Spearow. The second Spearow. Let's just run until I'm just not. There we are. A little bit of assurance. There we are! Level 3. We can work with that. Oof. That took a chunk. I guess I could have just done with tossing a ball. Alright, sweet. Probably have to do some switch training here. Alright. He looks like a Lars. I'm calling him Lars. Alright, that's that. So, like, there's nothing in Viridian Forest I don't believe we need. If we run into Pikachu, that could actually, I guess probably, but Pikachu's not exactly a must. Besides, like the first with the first Gym Brock, it won't be. It won't really take us past our range. We're just gonna have to be mindful that nobody gets past level 20 on the way to Cerulean. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the progress of our progression of our team throughout this adventure. Like. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see here. Let's put Lars in front, and I'm curious as to his stats here. Okay, 8787. Not too far until level 4. No, I didn't get it, Rattata. I get better stuff. Alright, so... what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like look around for items here because I'm pretty sure their items are in parts of the forest here, and well, we can just take care of Pokemon as we go along. Yeah, seizure warning, I guess. Yeah, he's already slow. It's not gonna help you there, Caterpie. Once you get a horn attack, your damage outputs get like skyrocket, pal. Which makes me wonder, what level is that? Okay, leader and male. Okay, there is an item right there. Hey, sweet free Pokeball. Alright, oh yeah, there's nothing there. Oh yeah, sure, I'll just keep on bothering Caterpies. Maybe a couple... That's pretty, That's kind of a disturbing amount of damage. Alright, keep on doing that. Thanks, dumb AI. Uh-oh. Okay, that's... I'm not gonna... Bit of a... Two birds, one stone with one bird. Alright, level 4 Lars. Wow, that helped us attack nicely. If need be, I'll just do some if needs be, I'll do some back and forth at the Pokemon Center because there's no more potions basically. So, and I think at this point it'll be a good time to end this off. So if you like this one, hit the like button, comment on it, subscribe, and hit that bell. So until next time, see you later.